From working holograms to surfing on cows, here are 91 Minecraft things you didn't know existed. How do you cross one block gaps without jumping? You may think I'm using speed or ladders to cross these blocks, but I'm not. By turning your head 45 degrees and walking diagonally, it actually makes you just fast enough to walk over block gaps without jumping. Hoglings have a strange texture very few people know of. If you look under its nose, you'll see that one nostril is bigger than the other. Boats are meant for water, but I personally prefer them on top of cows. Boats are able to travel on top of entities, so by gathering a bunch of cows together and riding a boat on top, you'll be able to ride them like a wave. Just remember to hold out a piece of wheat, or they'll all leave you behind. If you throw a potion at a creeper and it explodes, a lingering potion will be left behind. Just a small sacrifice for sharing your potions. There are 8 different goat horns in Minecraft, but another 8 were actually removed. In a 1.19 snapshot, goat horns could be combined with copper to create a completely unique horn. Unfortunately, this horn was removed and forgotten. Most people know that iron golems sink to the bottom of the ocean because they're so heavy. But did you know they'll never drown? This'll make them stay stuck in the deep seas for the rest of their lives. Iron golems have another superpower. They also don't take any fall damage, so you can launch them off a mountain and they'll be perfectly fine. In 2018, Minecraft held a cat vote to add a 9th cat skin to the game. The 3 cats that made it to the final vote were Jelly, Zach, and Coco. In the end, Jelly would end up winning, which is actually the YouTuber Good Times with Scars cat. I'm just glad the middle cat didn't win. What's the smallest biome in Minecraft? Normally biomes are huge, spanning many chunks, but there was a bug in version 1.16 that would generate a 5-block beach biome in the middle of a plains biome. Looks like there won't be any parties here. If you place string on top of lava, for some reason, it won't make any sounds. This way you can prank your friends and lead them to lava. You can make a 5 Nights at Freddy's head in survival. A leather helmet on an armor stand is used as the mouth, chest plates for years, a wither skull is set on the top of the head, and lastly, a brown wool block is squished in. Scary! Dolphins are extremely intelligent. If you feed it a fish, the dolphin will show you to the nearest treasure to thank you. So nice! Dolphins are also acrobats. If you trap them in a small body of water, they can actually jump from one body of water to another. Axolotls are magical creatures. If an axolotl takes damage underwater, it will play dead and give itself regeneration. The attacking mobs will also ignore it while it's playing dead. Axolotls can also save your life. When you assist in killing a mob, the axolotl will grant you regeneration and remove mining fatigue. Who knew axolotls were so powerful? This machine scans your build and turns it into a particle hologram. It works by using a lot of command blocks and scanning all blocks in the selection region. Once your build is ready, just flick this lever and your creation will be turned to particles. This is so cool! Old end portal frames were illegal. In a 1.9 snapshot, end portals used to look like broken blue blocks. The block emitted a light level of 15, and what's stranger is that they could be dropped as an item due to explosions. The item form of the end portal was a flat texture and had no name. Who wants the best level for finding ancient debris? There are actually 2 optimal levels. If you strip mine, the best Y level would be at 15, but if you use explosions, the best Y level is at Y13. Tridents with loyalty will always come back. However, if your inventory is full, the trident will just spin around you. To take it even further, you can do this with a bunch of tridents to become the Trident Master. All the way until version 1.8.9, for some reason, eggs and snowballs both deal damage to the Ender Dragon, and you can actually kill it with them. They didn't work on other mobs, just the Ender Dragon. Who knew the dragon's weakness was eggs and snowballs? Minecraft crops grow super slowly, but with this trick you can speed it up. If you plant different crops in alternating rows, it'll quicken the growing process. You can see the difference best when the different crop farming types are side by side. Minecarts are infamously slow, but there's a way to make them go at supersonic speeds. Just put a boat in a minecart and it'll race forwards. This is way more efficient than powered rails. Piglins have enemies. Wither skeletons and piglins both actively try to attack and kill each other, but baby piglins aren't as brave and will run away from both wither skeletons and withers. Occasionally, piglins will try to hunt down hoglins, but most people don't know their secret ability. Piglins have a small chance to celebrate and dance after successfully hunting down a hoglin. You can also run this command and you'll start dancing too. In Snapshot 15W31A, Mojang added one of the dumbest things possible. Usually to respawn the Ender Dragon, you have to use end crystals, which makes sense. But in this snapshot, you can just build a clay creeper face, and the Ender Dragon would respawn. I wonder who coded that. Everyone knows that you should never hit a zombie pigling, or all the rest to charge at you. But if you kill it in one swing, all the piglins won't know what happened and stay peaceful. Foxes can actually get stuck in the snow. When foxes leap into the air to attack chickens, they won't always hit their target. Sometimes when they miss, their heads will be buried in snow, and they'll have to wiggle their feet to get out. Did you know the top of a desert temple can perfectly fit a fully powered beacon? Fitting a max beacon inside is so satisfying. This Minecraft seed has a mushroom island surrounded by every overworld biome in the game. You can find nearby villages, the deep dark and deserts. Just looking around from the center is insane. Minecraft dogs are super super weak. So this developer decided to give them a slight buff with a data pack. Just throw an enchanted golden apple to supercharge your dog and it'll slice through all your enemies. Just a slight buff, nothing too overpowered. What's the best wood in Minecraft? You probably think it's something like oak or cherry wood, but it's not even close. The best wood is actually bamboo because it has an amazing ability. Bamboo can be completely automatically farmed with just a piston and observer, while other wood farms need to abuse TNT duping to destroy the wood and thousands of bone meal to grow the sapling. When Endermen were first added to Minecraft, they could pick up any block, including bedrock and monster spawners. This could be abused and let players obtain illegal items in survival. This wall seems perfectly normal, but if you use a magical wand on it, the bricks will move apart, revealing a secret entrance. This amazing contraption was made by McMakistein, and once you cross the entrance, you can close it up, ensuring no one follows you. There's an infinite bone meal hack. To do so, you just use bone meal on a moss block, and it'll sprout a bunch of mosses. You can mine it all and put it back into a composter, which will give slightly higher returns. Or you can just use a skeleton farm. Boats are supposed to negate all fall damage, but sometimes it for some reason doesn't work. This is because Minecraft's code is weird, and if you fall exactly 49 blocks off a boat, the boat just breaks and you'll end up dying. What's weirder is if you place one block higher to 50 blocks, you'll be perfectly fine. This game is so weird. This Reddit user created a working Rubik's Cube out of particles in Minecraft. It can be fully played, and the cube can even be rotated. Something equally impressive is this cube map that can be fully played by hitting these buttons. The Rubik's Cube even animates while turning. This village house is 146 blocks tall. The entire village is smashed against the side of a mountain, causing these strange buildings. This giant village happens on this seed in 1.12. The lily of the valley flower is very special. It's an optical illusion that looks the same from all angles. It's like the flower is always watching you. When you bone meal the grass, it may look like the flowers are randomly popping up, but they're not. Flowers in Minecraft generate in patterns and can be seen by constantly bone mealing and removing the grass. This looks trippy. Stop using fences. Instead, you should use trapdoors, because by placing them around mobs, you'll create a barrier that you can walk over, but the mobs can't. These sheep are not very smart. The most cursed block in Minecraft is probably the petrified oak slab. It looks just like a normal oak slab, but has to be mined with a pickaxe and won't burn. The void is the deadliest thing in Minecraft. It will kill you no matter how much armor you have, but there is one way to survive it: enchanted golden apples. This player successfully survived 100 days in the void by filling up shulkers and his inventory with enchanted golden apples. By placing 2 honey blocks side by side, there is actually a small gap you can shoot arrows through. If you don't have honey blocks, this can also be done with just a pot next to a block and shooting through the sides of that. Villagers are terrified of raids. When they hear one coming, they all scatter into their homes, and some villagers will even shake and sweat in fear. If you don't have a flint and steel and need to light a campfire, you're in luck. In Bedrock Edition, by putting yourself on fire and walking over a campfire, it'll light it up. Ouch. To throw items through blocks, just throw it at a path block, because patch blocks are slightly smaller than a full block, and hoppers underneath can actually pick them up. This also works with other smaller blocks like soul sand and farmland. Heal up already! Zombie villagers can sometimes take forever to heal, but placing iron bars and beds nearby actually speeds up the process. Up to 14 iron bars or beds can be placed near the zombie villager, and it'll increase the curing speed by a whopping 4.2%. Okay, that's pretty useless. How do you get mob heads in Minecraft? Wither skeleton skulls are the easiest and are obtained just by killing them. You can get zombie piglin, creeper, or skeleton skulls by having a charged creeper explode them, and dragon heads can be found on pirate ships in the End Islands. I wonder how that got there. How long do Minecraft items take to despawn? Any dropped item will despawn after 5 minutes. Shot arrows will despawn after 1 minute. But there's a key detail. The item despawn counter only goes down if the chunk is loaded, so items in unloaded chunks will remain forever. Minecraft's textures are iconic because they're so simple, but you can completely change that. In Bedrock Edition, photorealistic maps were created using custom models from real life, and it's sometimes hard to even tell you're in Minecraft, but seeing these realistic corridors with Minecraft mobs looks pretty cursed. Most people think it's impossible to beat super flat. All you get is a flat grass world, but contrary to popular belief, you can actually defeat the Ender Dragon. To get blaze rods, lava can be found at blacksmith villages to create an obsidian and a nether portal. Then Eyes of Ender can be used to find the stronghold, which is for some reason floating in the air. Just have to go over here. How much durability do I have left? Most people don't know that you actually press F3 and H to enable advanced tooltips and show exact durability left. Super weapons were created on this server. In 2b2t, there are overpowered weapons consisting of level 32,000 enchantments. These weapons are extremely powerful, being able to knock back players into unloaded chunks, have armor that'll make you invincible, and sharpness that'll instantly kill whatever you touch. Slime cubes and magma cubes can be any size you want. Just adjust their size with commands, and you can have one that's as large as your world. But watch out, because the larger they are, the more damage it deals, faster it moves, and higher it jumps. Run for it! Campfires are great for smoke signaling. tunnels, but you can make them even better. To double their height, simply place a hay bale under it, and the smoke will double. You can use the smoke to come out of chimneys. Creating staircases wastes a lot of blocks, but if you're low on them, you can use torches to help build upwards, and by recycling the torches, you can create a really long staircase. Ever wanted to go teleport through walls? Well, with a boat, you can. All you have to do is drive a boat to a corner like this, or you could phase through straight walls using a dispenser like this. You'll never be trapped again, unless the wall is 2 blocks thick, of course. Gosh darn it. Never dry your sponges with the furnace. Instead, use the power of the nether to dry your soaked sponges. You don't have to waste any fuel. Too bad it doesn't work in the end though. I learned the hard way. Gosh darn it. We all love our pets in Minecraft, but did you know that cats are secretly evil? Cats appear cute and harmless, but within 15 blocks of baby mobs, cats are murderers. Cats will go after rabbits and baby turtles. This is why dogs are better than cats. Be gone, cat. I'm sorry. Minecarts are very slow, and if you ever tried to make minecarts go faster by sprinting, you'd be saddened to know sprinting just changes your FOV in vehicles and doesn't actually make you go faster. The same thing for boats, horses, pigs. My life is a lie. Polar bears are mostly peaceful, but make sure you don't go near their cubs. Similar to real life, grown-up polar bears are very protective of their cubs. So whatever you're doing, make sure to not even get close to their babies, or you'll be met with an angry mother. I wonder if pigs will protect their babies. Nope. Unlike silverfish, endermite are secretly OP. When you throw an ender pearl, endermites have a 5% chance of spawning, and for some reason, endermen absolutely hate them. So much so that within a 64 block radius, the enderman will blindly charge at the endermite, allowing you to create an amazing XP and ender pearl farm. We all know the water bucket clutch, but what if you could clutch without any items? Well, you can in single player. If you sprint off a ledge, that's over 35 blocks tall. Hold jump in the air and sneak right before you hit the ground. You won't take any fall damage. I have no clue why this works, but it does. I'll never die again. Everyone knows that you should never hit a zombie pigman, but how do you make them peaceful again? You'll need to hide at least 55 blocks in Java Edition and 25 blocks in Bedrock Edition for about 1 minute, and the pigmen will forgive you. Just make sure the chunks with the pigmen are still loaded, otherwise their peaceful timer won't go down. We're cool now, right? High five! Ah! What did I do? You can actually melt snow with a fishing rod. By throwing a fishing rod through lava, the bobber is lit on fire, melting any snow it touches. Not only is it super cool, but it also has a super satisfying sound. Redstone torches can surprisingly run out of power. When toggled rapidly, redstone torches burn out and release a puff of smoke. Luckily, this burnout is temporary, and after 3 seconds, your torch should be functioning like normal again. Darn! So that's why my piston kept breaking. End portals are flat, right? Not exactly. If you place end frames in this exact way, you can create a vertical end portal, and it actually works. Once you put the eyes in, the end portal will spawn on the side for some reason. This is so cursed. Replacing a block in creative mode can be very tedious, because you have to both break it and then place a new block. But instead of doing that, if you right and left click at the same time, the block instantly gets replaced. This allows you to replace blocks floating in midair, or even replace solid blocks with iron bars easily. You can detect thieves with an enchanting table. The book on top of enchanting tables always turns to the nearest player, so next time your friend is snooping around invisible, you can catch them with the direction of the book. I'll never be robbed again. Damn it, Terry! Dolphins are friendly creatures that help you swim much faster, but did you know that they could also kill you? When attacked, dolphins will turn hostile and attack you back. And not just one dolphin, the entire pod of dolphins, similar to zombie pigmen, will come after you. I'm sorry! Minecraft has an inventory problem. It can be extremely difficult to travel long distances without getting your inventory full. Luckily, Minecraft has a movable storage system. Donkeys! Donkeys can be right-clicked with a chest to create movable storage. It doesn't provide too much storage, but sometimes on your adventures, it can be just enough to bring home that extra totem. Llamas are actually really useful. Although you can't control their movement with a saddle, llamas are amazing for item transportation. All you have to do is tame tame a llama and put a chest on it. That's not it, however. When you lead a llama, up to 10 nearby llamas will follow. So by attaching chests to the other llamas, you can form a caravan of llamas and chests. My life has changed forever. If you ever wanted to fly long distances but didn't have fireworks, you'll want to know this. You can combine slow-falling portions with an elytra for insanely long flights. Although slower than fireworks, it is very efficient compared to it. This allows you to travel extreme distances with only one glide. Have you ever wished cauldrons were more useful? Well, in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, you can actually use cauldrons to dye leather armor. Whenever you want a change in style, just clean off the armor in a cauldron and re-dye it to a different color. Finally, cauldrons are more than just a giant toilet. Someone enters an end gateway, a purple beacon light activates. So if your friend tries to sneak away and steal all the elytras, you'd know it. But items can also be thrown into the gateway to trick your friends. If you ever wanted to swim underwater with dolphins, you should get a turtle helmet. The turtle helmet gives 10 seconds of water breathing and can be crafted with 5 scoots. Scoots are obtained when a baby turtle grows up, so you won't be having to kill any turtles. Oops, I'm too late. You can have waypoints in vanilla Minecraft. By naming a banner, placing it, and clicking it with a map, you'll see a marker on your map. This way you can label different areas like your home and mob farms. Although you can't warp to them, they're still much better than having to remember the coordinates of all your bases. If you ever placed a lily pad before, you'd know that it faces a certain direction. But did you know you can't control the direction the lily pad's faces? No matter the direction you face, the lily pad always faces the same direction. Ah, not again. Phantoms can be very annoying, but there's a way to keep them away without sleeping. You may know that cats scare away creepers, but did you also know that cats will scare away phantoms? Phantoms will stay 16 blocks away from cats, keeping both you and your sanity safe. Traveling at night is extremely dangerous because mobs can sneak up on you from anywhere. There's a solution though. If you bring a parrot with you, it can actually imitate the sounds of nearby mobs, alerting you of hostile mobs. Yes, no mobs will ever sneak up on me again. Okay, maybe it's not perfect, but it's still pretty cool. You should never use coal to smelt. One coal can only smelt 8 times, while one lava bucket can smelt 100 times. And there's an entire dimension of it, for goodness sake. But if you want to save even more materials, just craft a campfire with 1 coal, and you can smelt infinite food with it. The only way to get chainmail armor is either in creative mode or from a mob drop, right? Well, in older versions of Minecraft, chainmail could actually be crafted. This was done by using fire in a crafting table. The recipe doesn't make too much sense, but it was at least a way of crafting the chainmail. Sadly, you can no longer get fire in newer versions of Minecraft, leaving it as one of Minecraft's lost items. How many bone meal do you need? If you used bone meal to grow a sapling and it didn't finish growing, it wasn't a waste. Although the tree didn't fully grow, the bone meal decreased the growing time and it actually helped. So it's probably not a good idea to break and replace the sapling after using bone meal. Minecraft turtles are pretty realistic. Just like in real life, turtle eggs in Minecraft will hatch at night. Turtles in real life do this to avoid predators and have a higher chance of making it to the ocean. These cute turtles also shed their shells in real life, and in Minecraft, they drop scoots. Silverfish infested blocks are very annoying, but did you know they can be detected? Compared to normal blocks, infested blocks actually have a slightly faster mining speed, so you'll know when you're mining one. This way, you can avoid having to deal with pesky silverfish when mining. You probably know that you can press Ctrl and Q to drop an entire stack, but what if you wanted to drop only some of the items? Well, you can actually just hold down your Q button and it will drop down the items rapidly, allowing you to throw a ton of items without tiring your fingers. This also works in your inventory, so you can easily drop whatever items whenever. Let's go. My fingers are saved. You may know that phantom membranes are needed to brew slow-falling potions. But did you know they also have a hidden use? When flying long distances, your elytra will lose durability, and if you don't have mending, phantom membranes can be used instead to fix your elytra. Creepers are notoriously explosive and can decimate your bases, but you can actually avoid ruining your bases with a flint and steel. You can use a flint and steel to ignite the creeper before he gets too close to your base, but if you don't use water, you may end up with some of these holes. Damn it, fill the holes up, Jerry! This jump jump is impossible to 99% of players. The only way to make this jump is by doing a secret technique. By turning 45 degrees mid-air, you actually travel a bit further. This method is called a 45-degree strafe and will give you about a 2% speed boost. It is the only way you can make this otherwise impossible jump. Did you know there was wind in Minecraft? Although the player can't feel any of the wind, we can tell it exists by a few different things. The clouds in Minecraft always move westward, and if Minecraft didn't have wind, the clouds would just stand still. When a mob dies, the ash from the mob floats into the sky. I always thought that the totem of undying was T-posing, but it's actually not. The two little stubs sticking out are actually wings, not arms. But it does make a lot of sense, since totems drop from killing evokers, and evokers summon flying vexes. Well, those are 91 Minecraft facts you didn't know existed. Subscribe!